So, total of 720,000. 70% is the chance that the damages will be 2 million. So, 70% times 2 million times ang 60% na chance nga that the court will not dismiss the case is total of 840,000. So, the expected cash outflow would be 1,560,000. So, napamay 10% nga risk adjustment at na siyang i-multiply sa expected cash outflow. So, 10% times 1,560,000 would be 156,000. So, ito nang i-add with a total of 1,716,000, and that is the estimated amount of provision. So let's proceed to our next objective, which is the other measurement consideration. Number 1 is risks and uncertainties. Well, the risks and uncertainties that inevitable surround event and circumstances shall be taken into account in reaching the best estimate of the provision. So, makaingon ta nga naay risks and uncertainties kay from the meaning of provision, which is provision is an existing liabilities of uncertain timing and uncertain amount, meaning naa gyud uncertainty nga mahitabo. And since naay may uncertainty, kay tungod estimated ra, di pa ta sure kung pila atong bayaran or kanus na bayaran, so kailangan gud nato i-involve ang risk of uncertainties. So risks actually describe the variability of the outcome because since wala pa decision ang judge, see to it na walay mahitubong certainties, tanang is uncertain. Also, as prudence or as conservatism dictate, caution is needed in making judgment under conditions of uncertainty so that income and asset are not overstated or expense and liabilities are not understated. So this means that dapat kuno sure ta na ang asset and income na atong i-recognize kay dili overstated, di sa dapat understated ang expense o liabilities that kay tungod naa nay involved na uncertainty. So the amount of provision now must be adjusted to right to involve the uncertainties. Na ang pasabot, the amount of provision now will be equal to the best estimate then ato nang i-multiply sa risk adjustment factor, and that's the amount of provision. So atong balikon na ang provision kay must be adjusted to the right to involve the uncertainties na ang pasabot, the amount of provision now will be equal. So, ang provision will be equal to the best estimate, then atong i-multiply sa risk adjustment factor. Next is the present value of obligation. Always remember that ang atong gamiton ani is always the pre-tax rate. So, kung given sa question na post-tax rate, di ka na ang atong gamiton, but instead kuhaon sa ang pre-tax rate na kana ang o kana atong gamiton as a discount rate to reflect the effect of time value of money. Third is the future events. That means the amount required to settle as obligation. Future event includes new legislation and changes in technology. Fourth is the expected disposal of asset. This is the gain from expected disposal of asset that shall not be taken into account is measuring a provision. But instead, ang entity kay i-recognize as a gain or disposal at the time of the disposition of the asset. The fifth is the reimbursement. is where some or all of the expenditure required to settle a provision is expected to be reimbursed by another party. So when we say reimbursement, this is the act of reimbursing or pagsasauli ng nagugol. Ma-recognize rani siya if virtually certain that reimbursement will be received if the entity settled the obligation. So next is change in provision. It's an account which records a present liability of an entity arising from past event, the settlement of which is expected to result in an outflow from the entity of resources embodying economic benefits. So next is use of provision. This is when they review at each balance sheet date and adjusted to reflect the current best estimate. So the 8 and 9 is a future operating losses and onerous contract. The future operating losses is provision are not recognized for future operating losses, even